levantaré mi bandera, estando en mi país o estando allá afuera, porque para mí, mira, no existen fronteras. Yo levantaré mi bandera, wow. Levantaré mi bandera, estando en mi país o estando allá afuera, porque para mí, mira, no existen fronteras. No, no, y es que hay mucho sentimiento, lo grito al viento, de ser latino nunca me arrepiento. Lo digo desde la Suiza, centroamericana, rebota en Colombia y en Dominicana y yo.
Joining us on the Latin Babbler show is Xolo Maridueña and Vanessa Rubio. Welcome both to the show.
Hello.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing good, doing good. Congrats on season 4. It looks like you guys got renewed for season 5. I'm excited for folks to see more of Cobra Kai. A big fan here.
Awesome.
Thank you. No, we're super excited to keep making these seasons and grateful that the creators are keeping it fresh each year.
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
So, the show has gone through so many big changes over the years, first started on YouTube Red and then moving over to Netflix. Looking back, what was your first day on set like compared to your most recent wrap day on set?
I mean, with each year, as we get closer to this inevitable end of the show, I don't know when that is. It could be, season 5, season 6, season 7, whoever knows. It gets like that end is near feeling is kind of looming more and more. When you're filming the first season, you don't think of like, what if this ends? At least I hope not. That's but as we're moving into season 4, we finished 5 and now it's like, oh no, like you start to see some of the storylines get wrapped up and get closer to reaching their ultimate stages, and that part scares me a little bit, but it's exciting to see everyone evolve from their day one characters. Honestly, it sounds terrible, but I don't remember what the first scene I filmed was. I want to say, I know the first scene that I auditioned with was with Billy, and it's the whole like, am I going to get my karate pajamas soon? And yelling at me and stuff like that. I remember that so vividly, but I don't know. Some of that first season just seems like a dream sequence almost. It really was surreal.
And Vanessa, what about you?
I agree. It seems like so long ago. And thinking back on it, I don't know if this was like this for you, Xolo, but I came in with really no expectations.
You're like, what is this show?
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know, this show might make it, might not. let's just do the work and get out. And that's how it was. And then when I saw the first season, I was like, oh, this show is amazing. And we really did something great. So each season keeps on building up. Season 4 has been one of my favorites so far. And so we'll see, where it goes. But I agree with Xolo, like each of the storylines, is coming to its inevitable conclusion, but in a really sweet way. It's been really nice to carry these characters and to live out these stories in a way throughout the past 5 seasons now, 4.
That's amazing. And, season 4 is actually a lot different from the other seasons, that there's a lot of character paths taking place. And for me, there was one scene specifically in the entire sequence that kind of hit me home just because I've experienced it personally. And that's when Xolo, your character, actually gets back from the dance and you go to speak to Johnny, and there he is in a drunken mess. And you're trying to have a conversation. Almost, you spent the entire season almost looking for kind of dad influence in your life. And you're about to have a moment with him, and he's describing about how he wishes he could be a better dad, or trying to be a better dad. And it looks like you're receiving that as a view until you turn around and you say, hey, I love you. He lays down on the bed. He says, I love you too. And then he goes ahead and he says, oh, Robbie, what was going on through Miguel's head when that took place? And for Vanessa, as a single parent, which takes, it's kind of like a big thing in our Latin community, what was going on through your head when you received the letter in the last episode?
You want to go first, Xolo?
Sure, I'll make it quick. I think that scene was probably the hardest scene that I've ever filmed in this show. Yeah, I don't even know what type of place you go into to prepare for a scene like that. It's basically like everything my character has ever wanted has come crashing down in this one moment where the only person he wants to really respect him and admire him and love him is this character, is freaking Johnny Lawrence. And for some reason, this bologna eating ketchup guy, and in a single second, you know, and I think what kind of hurts the most is that he doesn't even remember it. Like it's never addressed again. It was truly just a subconscious, like in the back of my brain. And I think that it was a really hard scene to film, but honestly, so fun, so rewarding to see it on camera and everything later. But definitely one of the harder ones, but it's my favorite.
Filming this scene, that was one of the hardest ones for me too, just because I have a lot of regrets about it. I'm like, I should have approached it so differently. But you know, you live and you learn. But the scene where Xolo's character goes off and does his own thing and basically abandons his mother.
So selfish. After all you've done for me.
That's crazy.
Was hard, but it was also very illuminating in terms of like the character path, because I felt the character realize all of her mistakes in that sense. You know, she's very much kind of a guilty, self-blaming character. So I think in that instance, she realizes all the mistakes she has done with him and not telling him about his father and all those feelings. Then it kind of cooked up and settled in and allowed me to actually do the scene.
Well, guys, you guys were amazing in that, and I want to thank you for the passion that you guys put into that. Thank you, Xolo. Thank you, Vanessa, for joining us today on the Latin Babbler Show. Season 4 of Cobra Kai is streaming now on Netflix. Go check it out. It is the best series anywhere. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Desde Nicaragua hasta Costa Rica, con esta canción todo el mundo se identifica. Llamen a los chilenos y a los cubanos, llamen a Puerto Rico y a los mexicanos, que ya se armó la rumba. Desde Panamá hasta Ecuador, vámonos a Perú y luego hasta Salvador. Que se escuche en Brasil y Argentina. Yo quiero un grito de mi gente latina y levantaré mi bandera, estando en mi país o estando allá afuera, porque para mí, mira, no existen fronteras. Yo levantaré mi bandera.